Good morning, dear students. Welcome back to the third session of our general science class. I hope all are fit and fine at your homes. Today we will study the last portion of this chapter. But before we begin, let's revise what we have studied in the previous class. In the previous class, we have learned about arboreal animals. The animals that live on trees are called arboreal animals. Monkeys, sloth, etc. are some examples of arboreal animals. After that, we have studied about the special adaptations of arboreal animals such as their long tails, long limbs, adhesive parts, claws and mitten-like feet. After that, we have studied about aquatic animals. What are aquatic animals? The animals that live in water are called aquatic animals. Examples are fishes, turtles, octopus, etc. Then we have discussed about adaptive features of aquatic animals like their fins and tails, gills, and about their body shape. Then we have studied about amphibians. What are amphibians? The animals that can live both on land and in water are called amphibians. One example is frog. Then we have studied about frog's special adaptive features like its strong back legs and its ability to breathe both on land and in water. After that, we have studied about aerial animals. What are aerial animals? The animals that can fly or spend most of their time in air are called aerial animals. Birds, insects, bats, etc. are examples of aerial animals. After that, we studied about the flightless bird and migration. And at last, we have studied in detail about flight adaptations in birds, insects and bats. So, these were the topics that we have studied in the previous class. Now, we will study about the adaptations to the kind of food eaten by the animals. Now, all of you take page number 44. Now we will study about the adaptations to the kind of food eaten by the animals. Every living things need energy in order to live. Animals run, jump, move from place to place in search of food and shelter. They need energy to do all these activities. For this, animals need to eat. Food provides them energy and nutrients necessary for healthy growth. Have you ever seen a lion eating grass or a goat eating meat? Pigeons never eat flesh and a cow never eat meat. Why do these animals not eat all type of food? It is because different animals have different food habits. According to the food they eat, different animals have different kinds of teeth. As we know, we need food to live. Similarly, all the living beings need food to live. Animals run, fly, swim, move from place to place in search of food and shelter and to escape from predators also. To do these activities, animals need energy. So, where do all the animals get energy? Yes, they get energy from the food they eat. We know that different animals eat different kinds of food. Lion eats meat, cow eats grass, etc. This is because different animals have different food habits. For example, some of us like vegetarian food, but some others like non-vegetarian food. Like that, animals also have different food habits. According to the food they eat, different animals have different types of teeth. We can classify the animals according to the food they eat. There are three types of animals. They are herbivores, carnivores and omnivores. Let's study in detail about each category. The first category is herbivores. Animals that eat only plants are called herbivorous animals or herbivores. Examples are cow, goat, sheep, giraffe, elephant, etc. The teeth of herbivores are strong, broad and flat. They allow them to easily bite and chew the grass and leaves. So, what are herbivores? Herbivores are animals that eat only plants. They are also called herbivorous animals. Some examples are cow, goat, sheep, elephant, giraffe, zebra, etc. Here in this picture, you can see the examples of herbivorous animals. Elephant, giraffe, goat, cow, etc. are examples of herbivorous animals. The herbivore's teeth have some specialty. It is strong, broad and flat. What are the specialties of herbivore's teeth? The teeth is strong, broad and flat. It helps them to bite and chew the grass and leaves easily. Next, we will study about the second type of animals according to the food they eat. They are carnivores. Animals that eat the flesh of other animals are called carnivorous animals or carnivores. Lions, wolves, cats, snakes, lizards, crocodiles and dolphins are some carnivores. The teeth of carnivores are sharp. They allow them to easily tear the flesh. Birds like the owl and vulture are carnivores. They have sharp and strong beaks and claws to catch and eat small animals like rats, moles, etc. The eagle is also a carnivorous bird. It flies high in the sky looking for animals such as rabbits. So, carnivores are the animals that eat flesh or meat of other animals. They are also called carnivorous animals. Some examples are lion, tiger, wolf, snakes, crocodile, etc. Like herbivores, carnivores' teeth also have some specialties. Their teeth are sharp. This helps them to tear the meat easily. Some birds like owl, vulture and eagle etc. are examples of carnivores. They have sharp and strong beaks and claws to catch small animals like rat, moles, etc. Now we move on to the third category, that is omnivores. Animals that eat both plants and the flesh of other animals are called omnivorous animals or omnivores. Humans, bears, foxes and crows are omnivores. These animals have a combination of tearing, biting and grinding teeth. Birds like sparrows, hens, peacocks are also omnivores. They do not have teeth. Instead, they have sharp and strong beaks. So, what are omnivores? Animals that eat both plants and meat of other animals are called omnivorous animal or simply omnivores. Examples of omnivorous animals are humans, bears, fox, crows, etc. Since omnivores eat both plants and meat, they have a combination of tearing, biting and grinding teeth. So students, what are the specialities of omnivorous teeth? They have a combination of tearing, biting and grinding teeth. Some birds are also omnivores. Examples are sparrow, hen, peacock, etc. As we know, birds do not have teeth, but they have sharp and strong beaks. Now we will study the last part of this chapter, that is care and concern for animals. Animals are a wonderful part of our lives. They bring us a lot of joy and make us laugh. Animals help the plants to grow. Many animals and birds eat fruits and pass the seeds in their droppings undigested. These seeds often germinate into new plants. Similarly, herbivores depend on plants for food. Further, carnivores depend on herbivores for food, thereby forming a food chain in nature. If any one of the animals goes missing from this chain, it will upset the balance in nature. The government is now taking several steps to protect animals. Killing of several animals is not allowed. Wildlife parks have been made to protect animals such as tigers. Do you like animals? Yes, everybody likes animals. Is there any animal or pet in your home? Animals are part of our life. Many animals and birds eat fruits from trees and plants and put the seeds in the ground. So, new trees and plants grow from these seeds. In this way, animals and birds help the plants to grow. The herbivorous animals depend on these plants for food, which we have already studied. The carnivorous animals depend on herbivores for food. Thus, a chain is formed in the nature. So, how the chain is formed? First, animals and birds eat fruits from trees and plants and put the seeds in the ground. New trees and plants grow from these seeds. The herbivores eat these plants as food and the carnivores eat herbivores. Thus the chain is formed. If an animal goes missing from this chain, it will affect the balance. So, for the protection of animals, the government is taking several steps. The government is building wildlife parks. Wildlife parks are also known as sanctuaries. In these wildlife parks, animals live. Thus, the government is protecting wild animals. Also, killing of several animals is prohibited. Now, we can also do some things to take care of the animals around us. Let's see what are those things. We should adopt the following to take care of the animals. Never tease or hit animals, which means we should never hurt any animal. If you have a pet at home, make sure that it is regularly cleaned and gets clean food and water. Also see that the place it lives in is kept clean. If there is a pet at our home, we should take good care of it. We should regularly clean it, give it good food and water, and we should also clean its place also. If there is an animal shelter near your house, visit it regularly to work for the animals and give them company. Trees should not be cut recklessly. Trees are natural home to many arboreal animals and birds. We should not cut trees unnecessarily because many animals depend on trees for their living. we should also plant more and more trees. Now we have finished our fourth chapter. Before winding up, let's revise what we have learned today. First, we studied about adaptations to the kind of food eaten by animals. In this section, we studied that different animals eat different kinds of food. For example, lion eats meat, cow eats grass, etc. Food provides all the living things energy and nutrients for healthy growth. We also learned that different animals have different kinds of teeth according to the food they eat. Then we studied about herbivores. What are herbivores? Herbivores are the animals that eat only plants. They are also known as herbivorous animals. Some examples are cow, goat, elephant, giraffe, etc. Their teeth are strong, broad and flat. After that, we have studied about carnivores. The animals that eat flesh of other animals are called carnivores or carnivorous animals. Examples are lion, wolf, snake, crocodile, etc. They have sharp teeth. Birds like owl, vulture and eagle are also carnivores. After that, we have learned about omnivores. What are omnivores? The animals that eat both plants and flesh of other animals are called omnivores or omnivorous animals. Examples are humans, foxes, bears, crows, etc. They have a combination of tearing, biting and grinding teeth. Birds like hen, sparrow and peacock are also omnivores. And in the last part of the chapter, we have studied about care and concern for animals. In this part, we have learned about food chain. We also learned that the government is taking several steps to protect animals. We should also protect and take care of the animals in our homes and around us. Also, we should protect and plant more trees. So, this much portion we have covered today. In the next class, we will solve the exercise of this chapter. I request all of you to read and study today's portion before the next session. You can find today's note in your NLP app along with this video. So, thank you all. Stay home, stay safe.